Move on. The lockdown has sometimes raised awkward issues for separated couples with children. There are accusations that on occasion one partner uses the crisis to stop their ex getting access to their child. The head of the family courts in England and Wales, Andrew McFarlane, says children should continue to visit non-resident parents as long as both households are healthy. Frankie McCamley reports.
Alex and his 10-year-old son would usually spend time together playing basketball or heading to their local arcade for a spot of crazy golf.
Golf shack, here we go.
Alex, not his real name, works in the police force. Since the outbreak of Covid-19, the mother of his child says he shouldn't see his son.
Yeah, I'm coming home to an empty house on my own. I travel alone, I work alone majority of the time. So it is quite a lonely place to be, and then you're not hearing from the one person that you really want to see.
It's despite a court order stipulating he should have ongoing contact.
The most things I miss is actually just physically seeing him, being able to have a laugh, talk, see how his day's been. I think the big thing is just to be able to hold your child's hand.
His ex-partner limited all communication the day the UK went into lockdown, stating that Alex was a key worker, so at high risk of spreading the disease.
On the day the announcement came from the Prime Minister, I received communication to say that all further contact was being stopped until further notice. So for me, that was really difficult. There'd been opportunities before where contact had been tried to be stopped, but now it can be done to a degree legitimately under the cover of COVID. I totally understand the fear and worry if your loved one's in contact with somebody who is a key worker, but that shouldn't be a reason to punish you.
The guidance currently states for parents who don't live in the same household, children under the age of 18 can be moved between their parents' homes after a sensible discussion and assessment that the children are not being put at risk. But there are many families where the trust and communication between parents has completely broken down. Those families will often seek out legal representation.
Actually, I think what parents really need at the moment is clear rules on when they should and shouldn't be changing child arrangements.
Samantha Woodham is a family law barrister. Since the lockdown guidance was introduced, she says she's been overwhelmed with calls for clarification, or in some cases, parents abusing the system.
Unfortunately, in high conflict cases where parents are not communicating, not getting along well, not putting the interests of their children first, and rather just focusing on their own private battle between the two of them, then any excuse, I'm afraid, to change contact arrangements can be used. And the coronavirus, sadly, seems to be providing parents with a reason to prevent contact happening.
The Cabinet Minister Michael Gove added to the confusion when he performed a high-speed U-turn during a round of TV interviews at the start of the lockdown.
What are the rules?
He gave this message on ITV's Good Morning Britain.
And can you move your children between the two households under these new restrictions?
Well, it's very, very difficult, but no, you should not.
Followed by the opposite, minutes later, on BBC Breakfast.
I wasn't sufficiently clear earlier. It is the case that children under the age of 18 can see both parents.
Sir Andrew McFarlane, President of the Family Division at the High Court in England and Wales, reiterates that both parents should still be seeing their child despite these unprecedented times.
If the parents are acting in a cynical and opportunistic manner, then that's wrong, and the courts will regard it as wrong. And where contact has been stopped, if in a later day, when there'll be a day of reckoning in court, that's seen to be unjustified, then parents can expect the courts to take action about it.
So what would you say to those families who are trying to abuse the system?
Don't. Look to the child's welfare. The court's decided that it's best for your child to have a sensible and full relationship with both of their parents. You've got to go the extra mile. Do something that you don't feel you want to do, but do it for the sake of your child.
Alex hopes he'll be able to play basketball with his son again soon, but for now, all visits are cancelled.
Well, what's going on around the world is frightening, and you just want to be able to see your child.
Frankie McCamley reporting there. Now, one effect of the lockdown